Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio, and it's nighttime and I am using my artificial lights, which I'm not super thrilled about, but I'm also using a 16 by 20 inch canvas, some shovels, some Floetrol I'm going to pour into this dish, and it doesn't matter that it's a little yucky because it's still going to work, and I'm going to dip my swipe cards into it, and I think this time, doesn't matter what's on there, this time I might do some wavy swipes. And I have a basting brush handy in case I need it, but Floetrol will be the cell activator straight up. And I gave myself a recipe card of colors, and I'm going to start with the greens. And this is something I haven't used for a long time. I think I probably could have just dribbled that. You know what I really want to do? I really want to mix them up. And I might actually put some purple in there right now, because I haven't done this with the shovel yet. I haven't, you know what, I want to do it, I want to do it unevenly. A little more of that in there. A little more of this. Does not matter because we are going to be swiping. I might even put some blue in there. I'm not sure yet. But what I am sure is I'm going to have some fun. And in order to use that, all that green, I'm going to get it out with a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. These are, this number 1 is one of 7. They are on the Amazon link, which is underneath the link tree. And when you find one tool on that list, it will open up and show you all the rest. I love my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. I have used up all the paint for now, and I have plenty of shovels to go around. Now, I want pink and orange. And I want to be unconventional. I have been just laying stripes down and it's been working okay. And this is plugged, of course. So I should either grab another one or take the top off this one because I want this one. And maybe that's a good hint that I should go ahead and use the pink, the hot orchid first in a shovel. And then come back and do whatever else I want to do. And I'm going to put this at the front half so I don't have to coat the entire shovel. And I am going to try to get it even across the front. I think I'm going to need a whole lot more of that than I gave myself, which is too bad because I ordered a couple of these and they've been taking their time coming. So this is a combination of my usual shovel work. That is really not filling in the way I was expecting it to as quickly, but it might look kind of cool before we go all the way to where I'm headed. So I'm not minding. I don't know what's going to happen with the background. I don't really think it's too much of a concern. If I have a whole lot of matte black canvas left, what I'll do is probably put a light coating of something like watered down Liquitex gloss. I'm just going to take every bit of paint that I can get before I go on. And I'm really thinking about, I've been doing straight swipes that are sort of geometric, and I'm really thinking about doing a wavy swipe, but we will see how that turns out. Leave that aside and go back to following. I think I'm going to do this. And then this. And maybe some of that. And I'm thinking about some yellow too, because I've got it right here from earlier today. I don't know how much of that I really want, but some would be okay. So far so good. I've followed my list, and I want a shovel full of gold to go all the way across, and I'm going to try and be free with that. It's a little thicker than everything else, but since I'm using the shovel and I get a fairly even layer of it, it doesn't seem to be a problem. I say that and then it looks like I'm going to run out. This can go over here too, right over the edge. And down. Maybe a little more. I'm going to thin that out because I'm finding Decor Americana 24 karat gold extremely difficult to locate. And when I do, it's not inexpensive. So I'm just going to take all of my extra paint, put it right in there. Any old place near where I want it, and probably any old place would be fine too. Here's my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula, and my number one. One of the first one I ever bought. I think I have 3 now. Want to get a little chunk out of the side. It took a year for it to get any damage. You want to keep them clean, for sure, because you have to peel the paint off if you don't. Okay, on my list I have white, and I'm going to substitute for white. I'm going to fill in somewhat, because I love the way the white looks, with Golden's Iridescent Pearl Fine. Now I haven't done anything like this exactly before. Leaving texture on the canvas is kind of neat. And sometimes things look better this way than they will any other way, but we're going to take a chance anyway. Now I want some black, but I also want some blue, and I might use some purple. So I'm really tempted to just go ahead and put them all in the one shovel. So there's my black, there's my purple. I'm going to put a little bit of my Venetian blue in there, even though it sinks usually. And the rest will be Prussian blue. And I think, since I have it out, some of this Venetian blue that's been lightened up. And I'm going to do on the top what I did on the bottom, hopefully. I need a little bit more of that, but I can have it too, just by squeezing it into place. Which reminds me, I'm probably going to want to put a little bit of the lighter purple color that I've got. Although it does say, my map says silver, so maybe I should see if I can find some silver. Put that in there. And don't forget to clean out my shovel. Because I think if you're swiping, and in my case recently using the basting brush, I kind of like some gold up there. I might put gold and silver. Where's my silver at? I think I'm going to have to use some Arteza in my... Do I have it handy? Oh, darn. Well, I have another Arteza color that's pretty cool. That's not it. Alright, I'm just going to go back to my original plan. And I'm going to put... Oh, I got cells already. Wow. What else do I want in there? Anything? Probably something. A little turquoise maybe? In the bottom. And I think I'm going to overlay a little bit of this purple flash from Folk Art right in here. Because I can. The name of my first book on the Amazon link underneath Show More. Actually, the link tree is probably above Show More. My email address is below Show More though. And I had, yeah, there we go. I have a few little swipe cards, and I'm going to try and remember that I wanted to put some black in here and that I didn't do very much of that. So I'm going to give myself that black right here and here. And here. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to scrape some paint off into a dish, because I bet that's a lot of paint. And I'm going to start by dipping my card, just enough Floetrol. Get my little pan ready. Oh, I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? Let's start from, did I have something I needed at the top? I really wanted that silver, I gotta tell you what. No, I'll be alright. I'm going to try and remember to wipe that off right on the edge of my canvas. And I'm going to go right back again. Get some more paint. I'm not sure I really should have waggled all the way up, but everything is an experiment with me right now while I learn how to do this in the most interesting ways possible, hopefully. I want to use a much smaller swipe card right down that edge. And I'm going to wipe some of that off right on the edge of my canvas. Things are already beginning to drip over the side. And get a little more Floetrol. I can also wipe off my little card on the low-leafy silicone mat. Who knows what this is going to look like. I like using the edges to drag lines too. Sort of split the colors up and add some texture, which is pretty cool right about now. I'm getting some amazing cells. That's the Floetrol, works pretty well every time. So let's do a little bit more of this. Yeah, where to start? Since I want that paint right here, I'm just gonna take a chance and use the residuals. Even though the colors might not match, it's still pretty cool. And I can definitely always use the edge of my card to blend things. And I'm trying to convince myself to just keep learning how to twist the card so it's wider in some places than in others. And a lot of times I can go back, if I didn't use the Floetrol in here, and I can go back and I can take the little card or something else and use the Floetrol again. I want some of that all the way across up here. And I want to take that. There, I'm having a good time. Thank you guys for joining me, by the way. There's over 91,000 of you. I love you guys. Thank you for the comments that keep my morale boosted. Well, everybody gets thousands and I get hundreds of viewers. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this actually. I've been thinking about it. I couldn't restrain myself. I know I couldn't wait for daylight. I really just needed to go ahead and give myself permission to get busy and do this. Because I knew I could use colors that were more garden-like, and that's the plan. And I really like going with the green up, but I want to come down also. And the Floetrol, because it thins the paint, it makes it really easy to knock the card off on the edge. I don't have a lot of paint so far that I've scraped my card off, but what I do have I will use on my edges to cover them. So far that's covering pretty well. And just running my card through is creating some neat lines. And I'm loving the cells. Loving the cells. But that's pretty much par for the course with this way of doing things. You just get a magnificent set of cells no matter what. So I'm getting somewhere that I really like, and I hope you guys like it too. But I like it enough for both of us, so I'm not too worried about it. Hopefully the lighting isn't as terrible as I was nervous it might be. I think I can just dip my card right into that little pan of paint and cover most of everything. I think I'm almost to the point where I should tell you guys I do sell my artwork, and my email address where you can contact me if you're interested in a class. I give classes too at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, in the studio. One-on-one, they're private. One-on-one, that's it. And we're nice and safe here. There's a little dust on the furniture sometimes because I'm kind of busy painting, but as long as you're not too concerned with how clean my house is, we're all set. And I love the pattern that those gaps left behind. Oh, that went by quick. Okay, well, I've got 2 minutes to tell you guys that that Linktree has Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, Sassy Art, my website, and the Amazon link, where if you shop there, it's at no added cost to you, and it helps me out eventually. It's been slim pickings for a long time now because I think there's so many of us doing this who have Amazon links and affiliations that it's my income is reduced by 95% from last year at this time. But that reminds me, I have a monthly drawing, and sometimes that helps me out. There's never more than 15 or 20 people in the drawing, and I always put up paintings and sometimes a book, and occasionally I offer a class. Lately I've had some prints. I think I'm going to torch to get rid of any bubbles there might be in the paint. And I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I'll show you what I see. That's what I see. Tell you thank you for all the wonderful comments that you give me that keep my morale boosted. Again, I know I said it already. Thank you for all the donations that help keep me painting. Any edges I need to touch up, I will after you're gone. If I have a few things that are straight lines, I'm going to probably stick a skewer in and drag a little paint right through. So I sort of break up that one hard line from the shovel. And all the rest of those hard lines are pretty well gone. So please give me a thumbs up if you would like to be of assistance to me. Also sharing my videos in groups and on Facebook and anywhere else you can share them is a big help to me. Because I don't think very many people ever get to see me because I don't have priority placement at YouTube for whatever reason. And so you guys are a huge assistance to help me. I got stuff I want to do. I want to stick my skewer in. Anyway, I got 1 minute left. Look on the end screens of any video for the exhibition video that month, and it will show you what that month's prizes are being offered. And if you are a person who can afford to help support the studio by making a donation through PayPal or Patreon, when you do that, I prefer PayPal, you'll automatically be entered in that month's drawing. If you have questions, feel free to ask me. If you're looking for my paint pouring recipe, it is below the description, underneath Show More, underneath the video. I told you about Facebook groups, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation for Students, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, Totes and More for Shopping, Pixels.com and Fine Art America, and Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. Fans and Collectors has albums with the artworks from YouTube in it. Not all of them. If you guys ever want to see something published as an article of clothing or as a reproduction on Fine Art America, Pixels.com, just ask me and use that email address below the Linktree link to ask me whatever you want to about making a purchase. I do sell my artwork, like I said, and I love you guys dearly, and I will see you anon. Bye for now. This is Priscilla Batzell at night, working in the studio, hoping you can see all of that, and you can. Sorry about the reflection. I will try to replace that with a dry copy. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Priscilla out. I'll see you anon.